Hi, welcome back to our Islay life. We are going to go and check on our two beehives, and if you've been following along, you'll know that this is our second year beekeeping and things are getting interesting. So let's go and have a look. Recently I noticed one of the colonies was preparing to swarm. Plenty of queen cells and a growing population, so I decided to do a split to prevent them from leaving. A split is when you take some bees, brood and resources from the original hive, giving them space and a chance to raise a new queen. It's like tricking them into thinking they've already swarmed. I never got footage of this unfortunately, but we'll get some when they return. I had to relocate them to Ballygrant as the queen would mate better over there, as there's lack of drone bees here at the croft. Drones are the male bees. Bees swarm when the hive gets crowded and the queen has no room to lay or is getting old. It's a healthy, natural process, but we don't want to lose half our bees. Now here's the hive that I had to split, but I also performed a demaree split on them too. This method is meant to help prevent swarming without actually splitting the colony into two separate hives. So I put the queen in a new brood box with just foundation, and that is at the bottom of the hive. Then I placed a queen excluder, then the remaining boxes above. This keeps the queen in the lower box, and the upper box starts raising the brood without the queen, but they can't raise a new queen because they've got no fresh eggs. I'm having to go through this top two boxes carefully to knock down any queen cells that I see, and the plan is to replace this queen with the queen in the split when she has returned from her mating flight. Hopefully it's a successful one. Now I'm looking in the new brood box that I placed with only foundation that wasn't drawn out. Now I think I made the mistake in not putting any brood frames in there with her at all. So what I've had to do is I've pinched a brood frame from the top box that's got space for her to start laying again, and hopefully they will start drawing out the foundations for me when I go and inspect them next week. Now to put this hive back together, I'm not even joking about how heavy some of these boxes are. Like, my arms were sore the next day and my back. Now on to the hive that was a nook through the winter. I placed them into a hive at the start of spring, and last week I put a new super on as they were growing very fast. This foundation didn't have any wax drawn out at all, and they have drawn out in a week. They've drawn out that whole box apart from one frame. They are doing absolutely fantastic, so I'm so chuffed with these ones. Now I'm doing a full inspection on this hive as well, just because it's the time of year for swarming. They shouldn't swarm because they've got plenty of room, but I'm just double checking to make sure that there's no swarm cells in this hive. I've done a little bit of a slow-mo on this just so you can see the brood pattern, and all of the frames are like this. This queen is last year's queen and she is doing so well. You may have noticed that I'm using a smoker. This doesn't harm the bees, it actually helps keep things calm. The smoker masks the alarm pheromones bees release when they feel threatened, so they're less likely to panic or sting. It also encourages them to go down into the hive and start eating honey, which distracts them and makes them more relaxed during the inspection. There was one frame missing from here and they have drawn comb on it, so I've made homemade dummy board. It looks awesome and it slots in nicely, thank God. So that's good. So hopefully they will not make any rogue comb anywhere else. So that's it for today's hive checks. It's always amazing watching them work. I'll keep you updated on how both colonies progress. Thanks for joining us again on our Islay life. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're enjoying the journey.